If you got an opportunity to attend a 10 days of Vipassana course, I would say you're very lucky and you must go for it. There are certain things which you must be aware of it before you go and attend this course. So in this video, I'm going to cover 5 most important things which you must know before you attend this first 10 days Vipassana course. Number 1, this is about a technique. This is basically a technique to purify the mind. Now, according to Buddha, all the sufferings in our life actually comes because of the impurities in our mind. And this is basically one technique which purifies the mind. However, it's not like that if you go for a 10 days course and all your impurities will be gone. No, it's not like that. But definitely this 10 days, first 10 day course basically is a first step in this direction. Journey is very long, but it's a very fruitful step. And it is not, the technique is basically based on the breath to begin with, and it is not linked with any religion. So for example, human breath, nobody can say that it's a Hindu breath or it's a Muslim breath or it's a Christian breath. So breath, human breath is a universal. So it's a non-sectarian scientific technique to purify the mind, which was discovered by the Buddha. That's point number 1. Point number 2. When you will go for this 10 days course, you will be totally cut off from the outside world. So you will not be allowed to make any phone call or any communication with the outside world. In the same way, no communication is allowed from outside to the camp where you're meditating inside. And this is basically with a specific purpose so that you can totally focus your mind inward. See, if you see basically from the beginning, childhood, from the moment we are born, we are always looking outside. So these 10 days basically, you'll be focusing totally inward, totally inside. So that's why they don't allow you, any outside communication. Number 3, specifically for these 10 days, there's absolutely speaking is not allowed. So it's a complete silence. Yes, of course, during the day, in one day, basically you will get around half minute or 1 minute with a teacher where you can ask any question. But that question should always be specific to the technique, not any intellectual discussion. So for example, in my very first camp, I had basically one gentleman in my camp. He was around 65 years old and he has written a number of books on God and spirituality and all, and he was basically trying to engage teacher basically with this intellectual discussion, and teacher made it very, very clear. No intellectual discussion. If you have any query specific to technique, yes, you can ask them during the time which is allocated to you. And if you have any basically other administrative related issues, so you can always step to the Dhamma server who are there basically dedicating their time for your service. But again, only specific to the purpose and as minimum as possible. And beside this, I've also experienced that if you maintain silence, then you can get the maximum benefit out of this technique. So try to maintain complete silence for the next 10 days. Point number 4, regarding the work, you have to basically, you will be doing a lot of hard work. It's almost like 10 to 12 hours of sitting every single day. So you're sitting straight with your back straight, neck straight with a cross-leg position. So around 10 sittings to 12 sittings depending upon the teacher. If the teacher is generally lenient, for example, meditation camps which are held in Europe, the teachers are generally more lenient. So you may have around 10 sittings. In India, basically, the teachers basically generally more strict. So you can have around 12 sittings a day of 1 hour each. So you have 5 minutes gap in between them. And sometimes basically, for example, lunchtime 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, there's a gap. So around 10 to 12 sittings you will be having it. So ideally, if you have some practice basically of sitting every day in your home, so it will actually help you. And number 5, regarding the meal, basically many people have a shock because most people think that the more they eat, the stronger they will become. Actually, that is not true because our body, what it needs is the nutrients. So the food basically which is given to you in Vipassana camps, it's very nutritious. So you will get in the morning around 7 o'clock very light, breakfast. Around 11 o'clock, you will get a meal. But again, it is best to take the meal only which can help you to fulfill your stomach, and not uh, go for extra eating. Just because if you think that, oh, you're not gonna get a meal in the night or in the dinner, so why not you eat it now? So if you eat extra by 11 o'clock, actually you will end up sleeping. You will not be able to meditate. And around 4 o'clock, you will again have a light refreshment. So basically, for the first time students, you have only three times: 7 o'clock light breakfast, 11 o'clock meal, and 4 o'clock light breakfast, and that's it. So these are the five most important things. There could be a possibility when you go for this course, sometimes a lot of impurities comes up all of a sudden, and people basically want to run away. I will suggest you strongly, take a resolution, take a determination that no matter what happens, you will not run away from the course. You will go for the course and you will do it. And once you complete the 10 days course successfully, following all the rules, I will say that these 10 days will perhaps be the best days of your life. I congratulate you and wish you good luck. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any query, feel free to write your queries in the comment sections below. I'll be happy to answer it. Thank you.